Here we go.
Yes, people. What's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. The Premier League has just started. We've done the preview. We've watched the games. There's one game left. Staffy's Manchester United tomorrow versus Wolves. We just witnessed Liverpool versus Chelsea and a back and forth end-to-end Premier League match. So we got two fans down here, Rak and Ches, to talk about that. And also we got Hamza who's going to be joining us to talk about Manchester City. And of course, Alan to talk to us about Lukaku to Tottenham. I don't know if you've heard, Ches, but Lukaku could be headed to Tottenham to replace Harry Kane, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be interesting. Everyone in the comment section, let me know which game do you guys want to talk about first. I see a bunch of you guys wanted to say Liverpool, Chelsea first. So I guess we're going to have to probably start with that. And then maybe Newcastle, Aston Villa second. Seems like a lot of people want to talk about that game also. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? What game did you enjoy the most for the Premier League start of the Premier League season? How you guys feeling also for the beginning of the season?
The Newcastle game was definitely the best one, for sure. I think we can all agree on that. But in terms of result, I think we all care for the Liverpool and Chelsea one more. You know, I'm here to you know what? I would have wanted them to lose so I can have more chest. But you know what, Rack? I'm just gonna make a little bit of fun of you guys today. Nothing crazy, you know. You still got a point, so I'm not gonna be that shameless. But I'm just gonna have a little bit of fun with you. That's all.
If you guys don't know, everyone thinks I have a Chelsea agenda, but this season I'm gonna go into it.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna go into it. Since you guys say I have a Chelsea agenda. Since you guys say I have a Chelsea agenda, I'm going to milk it even more. Every single game that Chelsea drop points, I'm going to have an entrance. And today's entrance was the Drake entrance. Hamza's in the building also. Hamza, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Sorry, I was stuck somewhere else, so I packed up. How you guys doing?
Hamza, how are you always outside, man? He's never home.
I'm always invited. Since I've won my treble, I get invited around, bro. Free meals.
Okay. I guess we got to start with the Chelsea Liverpool game. We can't go any further. Ches, I'll throw it over to you first. Forget about the Chelsea agenda. I honestly did think you guys were the better team. I thought Liverpool were poor in the second half and could have easily lost the game. But at the same time, it was an end-to-end game. It was open. Darwin Núñez had a crazy deflected chance at the end of the game. You had opportunities where you could have scored when Mudryk went around the keeper, still couldn't get it. You had the handball situation. People feel like Liverpool got robbed. We're going to have to talk about that also. There's just so much about this game. But what do you think? How do you think the game went for you?
Yeah, the game was a good game. I'll open the game up a bit more. It was first 15 minutes, Liverpool all over us. Not all over us, but they dominated the ball. They controlled a lot of possession. They were attacking us on the flanks with Salah. And what was that noise? Hamza, what the hell? And then there was dominating us on the wings, and then Salah was just cutting us apart with these runs and cutting in and threading these balls in. It then obviously paid off. They scored the goal, and then they continued, and we didn't change it up. The players are still finding their feet, and then they scored another goal, and at that point it was 2-0, and I think everyone watching was like, it's game over. Same old Chelsea, back to their last season ways, and then disallowed. And from that disallowed moment until about the 78th minute, Chelsea dominated the ball. The players were confident. The defence shored up a bit. Cole played well eventually. Silva, fantastic centre-back, and Enzo Fernandez in that midfield was beautiful. The guy did not lose the ball. He was dictating the tempo of the game, his distribution of passes, his skill in the middle of the park. He was even creative in the final third and helped like 1-2s and 3s in terms of like a few shots that went off. Weren't great. And overall, he had a great game. And then Jackson was electrifying up front. His finishing could have been better for that chance. But of course, it's his first game. He's 20 years old. I'm not too harsh on him, but he needs to improve. And yeah, if you add Caicedo to his team, which we expect to happen, and Liverpool to get Lavia eventually, and we're very linked to Michael Elise, there's no reason why Chelsea can't get top four.
Wait. Liverpool's going to get Lavia, or you're going to get both?
Well, I think we're both going to lose. So we're going to end up both paying more money. So the poker game failed for both of us. Brighton won, Southampton won. Because all that's going to happen now is Liverpool match our bid, and then we'll have to match their bid. And we'll both get the players we're going to get originally. So I think that's what's going to happen. And it doesn't really matter to me because we get the better player. And if we had Caicedo today, we probably win the game. We had Nkuku today, but I think win the game. So I'm expecting this team to improve. And overall, I think we've got more gears to go up. And it's exciting times for Chelsea, man. But yeah, steady start, but exciting proposition. So add these players. And yeah, it was good today. I liked it. It was enjoyable.
Everyone in the comment section, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Alan has joined us. Welcome, Alan. You must have heard Lukaku is going to be replacing Harry Kane. Have you not heard?
What was that? Sorry?
Have you not heard about Lukaku?
Yeah, if I've been on other stream and I've seen people putting that, absolutely not for me. No, I'm not having that clown.
We're going to talk about it in a bit. I could clearly tell you're already pissed off about it. But let's continue on this game. Romeo Lavia. I thought Romeo Lavia was going to Chelsea. Am I mistaken, guys? Or
no. Basically, break it down.
Done?
This is a full chess game, like billionaire chess. So like we bid for Lavia, knowing Liverpool were going to go in for Caicedo. They didn't bid higher than us, so we've had to like beat their bid for Lavia in case. Both teams have got a bid for the opposition player. But what's going to happen, in my opinion, is we're going to match the bid for Caicedo, was working the structure of the payment, and then Liverpool will match our offer, and then you'll mutually just decide to like take one of the players.
So Liverpool's still going to get Lavia. So Liverpool's still going to get Lavia.
If Liverpool don't bid, we will. But if they bid, they'll take him. Does that make sense?
Could you end up with Caicedo and Lavia?
Yes, we can. But I don't think that will happen. That's what I'm saying, yeah. So in theory, tomorrow... Who's speaking? It's Iraq. Oh, yeah.
Go on, Chaz. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, in theory, we can take both. They still have to bid for Lavia, but they just need to match the offer, and Lavia will join them because he wants to join them.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. This transfer saga made that game more entertaining for me. The lead up to this game has been crazy with the Caicedo stuff. This was a custody match at this point.
He rejected them, though, so...
Hey, I was shocked by that. I thought that was stupid, but
because we're a big club, bro. People underestimate Chelsea.
It had nothing to do with the club. I think you guys offered more wages.
Until we get the facts. Listen,
who knows?
No. Here's a stupid narrative I heard on the Sam channel as well when he came on the terrace. Oh, he's just joining for the money. Everyone has money as a primary importance for joining most clubs 99% of the time. There's no loyalty in football. Money is definitely a large majority of decisions that players make. The second issue is Liverpool have the money to pay the same money we do because we have a lower wage structure as well. We've lowered our wage bill. We don't give out 300k for anybody anymore. He is like a potential world-class player. So if we offer him 200k, that's justifiable for Liverpool to do as well.
Don't take Sam too seriously. He cries a lot because his team has no pull, like he said. He sat there for weeks telling us that he has
Staffy, stop talking shit, mate. Staffy, stop talking nonsense.
I'm not talking
fucking
shit,
mate.
I'm not.
You are talking shit. You say Liverpool have no pull.
Hold on. Can I finish? Can I finish?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Did you just call me an idiot?
No, you can't finish. No, you can't finish because I was supposed to speak after Chelsea.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
No, just watch your mouth when you talk to me, bro, because I didn't say anything about you.
I say what I fucking want.
No, you don't.
This is getting out of hand. I'm not trying to have an argument in the middle of the stream. Let Rack speak, and then we continue.
I didn't finish off, fam.
Bro, the guy just told me to shut the fuck up and he called me an idiot, and you're telling me to stop talking. I didn't even talk to him.
No, relax.
Bro, if you want to go next, I can let you go next. But I didn't say anything about you.
Bro, he wasn't violating you. I was talking about the situation, and he said
he just called me an idiot. You don't call me an idiot, bro.
I did call you an idiot. Yes.
Yeah, don't call me a fucking idiot, bro.
I literally just did.
Guys, can we please, for the sake of the show, can we please calm down?
I'll finish off my point.
And Rack, we'll talk about after the show.
You didn't get to finish off my point.
I'm gonna talk about. The fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah, let me finish my point because these two are arguing. Let me say a point ago, yeah, because I don't know why you managed to talk to me anyway. I'll be real, but anyway, I was talking. All I was saying is that it was a game of chess. We've both failed. It's got nothing to do with Paul Staffy, so I'll back on that. Shouldn't have called you an idiot. It's nothing to do with Paul. He just wants us because we've spoken to him. And yes, it might be more P's, but the whole stupid narrative that it's just about money is stupid because that's not true.
I agree.
If I would have finished my point, he would have understood what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you said the same thing as me. I was just saying that if they paid 200k for Caicedo, is anybody here going to say they're overpaid? No. So if
when you say we have pull, when you say you have pull, you mean because it was on his channel and he said that he will, at the end of the day, anyone would pick Liverpool over Chelsea no matter what because Liverpool have more pull. If you couldn't get a player over Chelsea, even if he chose more money, hypothetically as he's speaking, it still means that your pull is not stronger than the other club's pull, and that's all I'm saying, bro.
That's not what you said. You said Liverpool. You said Liverpool have. You literally said Liverpool have no pull.
Go back and rewind what I was saying. Go back and rewind what I was saying.
I will do.
Go ahead.
Hamza, what are you saying? Hamza always breaks the ice, man. Hamza, talk to me.
I think, Caicedo is a top player. There's a reason why I stayed up till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning here, and Caicedo's going Liverpool. I believe Caicedo goes Liverpool, they're back. They're back. He makes a big difference. They automatically back because Klopp needs that one DM to protect that back line. And if they get another centre back, they're completely back. And they're playing once a week. So to me, the nightmare is to have another team as Liverpool back. Because I believe Liverpool are a great threat. Great threat. Like, because attacking-wise, they're good. Defensively, they're okay. But they just need another centre back or another left back. But DM can help that significantly. So getting Caicedo would be the worst thing for Man City because when Liverpool come back, they're dangerous. They'll go on this run that we can't stop them. And City cannot falter. And it becomes mentally draining for us. It becomes physically draining for our players because we have to match what they do. Like, they chased us to 98 points, 99 points. I think getting Caicedo makes a big difference. And Caicedo is 21. A 21-year-old young boy that I've seen at Brighton, and he commands that play. He's only 21. He played against Brighton, when they thumped Arsenal 3-0. He was impressive.
Hamza, can I talk quickly? Not to interrupt you. I hear what you're saying. I disagree with you though, man. Like, I don't think having another centre back to the Konate would have changed what happened today. I think Caicedo. I think one sec. I think Caicedo, would have helped the defensive transition between attack and defense when they lost the ball, but I don't think it would have stopped the amount of times we were able to make passes in there. Like, I don't know if it was that much of a difference in my opinion.
No, let me tell you something. The key thing in a game is dominating midfield. The reason why Man City are that great, midfield, we dominate. We keep the ball. When we had Rodri Gundogan, we keep the ball there. You can't dominate them. City will dominate you because their midfield is that great. Why do you think we're scared of putting Calvin Phillips on? The midfield, if they get Caicedo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, it's a big game. And if they even have Caicedo, Thiago Alcantara, and he's a walk. When he's playing, he plays at top level. Caicedo, Thiago, and McAllister, those three are dangerous together. So if Liverpool sign Caicedo, it's a complete different game. I think Chelsea today played well. No doubt about it. They surprised us because everyone thought that Liverpool walk all over them. People are predicting 4-1 Liverpool, 5-1 Liverpool. They looked at you.
We were sitting here with Hussam and we all predicted draws. Am I wrong?
No. Hussam said this evening, he said this. Every Liverpool fans were making this statement today that they're going to thumb them. They have to thumb them because what's happened to Caicedo deal. And they predicted 4-1, 3-0. When they saw No, 1 second. Hey, go. When they saw Chukwuemeka playing in midfield, Chukwuemeka and Conor Gallagher, are you telling me if I showed you that lineup, you would have said that it's going to be a draw? No. Most of you. When you saw that Chukwuemeka, Conor Gallagher in midfield, you must have been laughing. People are laughing at you.
He's trying to violate my players. He's a good player.
No, I'm saying in terms of, you have to give Chelsea credit. Because people are laughing at when they saw that lineup at Chelsea. People are saying, "Oh, Liverpool's gonna thump them. Oh, what a joke, Chukwuemeka and Konagala." And suddenly, everyone's walking up and saying, "Wow, Chelsea outplayed Liverpool." So I have to give credit. Listen, give credit. Chelsea haven't got their full team. If Chelsea get Caicedo, they're a dangerous team. And you know what? Credit to this. I used to say before, Enzo Fernandez is a good player because we were linked with him for 10 million. We made the mistake of an idiot in our club made the biggest stupidity of believing Gundogan is still there and it's going to affect Gundogan's performance. What a stupid narrative. We missed out on a 10 million player. Now look at Enzo, how he played today. Look how Enzo played today. He was brilliant. He was outstanding.
No, baller, no, 100%.
You know what? I don't think Rack spoke yet, so I'm gonna let Rack jump in before we go to Alan. Big up Alan for being patient. I just want to say big up for the super chat, but bro, respect my panel. These are my boys. We've been on numerous streams. It just gets heated sometimes. Obviously, I don't think Rack meant disrespectful. Hopefully, we can sort this out after the stream and we can try to get past it. But I completely understand that sometimes it can get heated on streams. But let's try to move past that. Rack, what you got to say, bro?
Overall, Chelsea were the better team. I think it's marginal, but Chelsea were the better team over the 90 minutes. We played better in the first 35. And were marged a little bit better probably in the last 10, maybe 15 once the subs came on. But Chelsea controlled the tempo and they dominated possession. They had a few better chances overall, but I think it was pretty close. If any team deserved to win, then I think it was probably Chelsea. But overall, I think a draw is, it wasn't clear. So I think a draw is not an unfair result.
Do you still think you're going to get Lavia?
Sorry? To be honest, I don't know, man. I don't know. Look, the whole Caicedo thing and Lavia thing. If Chelsea go and get both, fair enough. Ultimately, it's all fair in love and war and transfer market. So I don't have any problems with that. Will we up our bid to match Chelsea's bid for Lavia? Possibly. Is Chelsea's bid for Lavia even like? When I say serious, I mean, are they actually going for that for him, or is that like a tactical move? I don't know. None of us know. None of us are in the boardroom. None of us know who's making those decisions. Obviously, after I think we were serious in recruiting him, but getting Lavia alone is not enough. We have lost Fabinho and Henderson, along with the 3 other players who left in the summer. And only bringing in Szoboszlai and McAllister is not enough numbers-wise. I think we need 2 midfielders and a defense and a centre-back. And I've said that for a while. Yeah, sure. Look, Caicedo would be great. But whether it be Caicedo, whether it be Lavia, we still need an additional midfielder. And I still think we need an additional defender. How this decision has been arrived upon is what's, I don't know, interesting, concerning, whatever the case may be, because it seems like perhaps they've decided that they're not going to go for a second midfielder or a centre-back, and they freed up some funds for not doing that. Because I spend 110 million on Caicedo, 111 million on Caicedo, plus a defensive midfielder, another defensive midfielder, plus another centre-back. I think I'd be shocked if we were willing to spend that amount of money. But at the same time, that's what I think is required.
And what do you think about Klopp's decision making at the end of the game, subbing off Mo Salah when you're trying to go for the game? Did you not think that was weird?
Yeah, look, Salah's obviously one of our main threats, right? So it is puzzling, but he's not the first manager to have made controversial decisions or taken off a star striker or star attacker and brought on someone who wasn't, who isn't as widely praised. These things happen, and I'm not going to go into the minutiae, or I'm not going to examine the depths of one particular decision. We'll see whether over the course of a season, whether this ends up being a trend of bad decision making or something else. Time will tell.
Fair enough. Alan, what you got to say about the game? Or sorry, Staffy, did you actually get to say what you say before, or was it just a small comment?
Couldn't give a shit, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, when we done predictions, we all said a draw. Hams was the only one that went with a Liverpool win, I think. But we all said draw because it was quite obvious where this game was headed. But and Igal can attest to this. I have been saying for weeks on here, people were laughing at Pochettino being Chelsea manager, never wanted for that. And I said, Pochettino will come in and get a young Chelsea team with quality players, which they are, and they have. He'll get them playing good football. They'll give people games and all that. And obviously they'll progress from last year and you'll see them improve. And it's only one game. It's obviously got a long way to go. But like I think Hamza was saying, quite a lot of people were thinking Liverpool were going to walk all over Chelsea today. And it didn't happen. They played good football, similar football to what I saw at Tottenham. You see him giving youthful, younger players a chance and everything like that. And for me, it's just going to be one of the things. Week on week, you'll see the team get better and better. And I think, Chelsea will be a threat to anyone this season, like in regards to getting results against big teams or small teams or putting smaller teams to bed. They are giving more energy, more effort on the pitch than what I ever saw last season. So, it was only a point, but it was a good point for Chelsea this early on. Liverpool, look, I still think Liverpool are going to be there or thereabouts. I agree with Rag. You still need one in midfield. I think one in midfield and definitely a centre-back. But for me, you saw in their play like that they started the game the better. They had more of the ball and they were able to cut Chelsea apart. They've all got them players. You can see they've got lots of attacking intent. They just need to shore out that midfield and shore out that defence. And I think they'll be comfortably top four. And I think if they get the right people in early enough, then I think they can be pushing like mounting a challenge, maybe not winning, definitely not winning the league this year, but mounting a challenge depending on how long it takes. But just too good. Obviously Liverpool are ahead of Chelsea for me this season, but Chelsea will improve massively and they'll prove a lot of teams wrong, and so will Poch with Chelsea.
Yeah. Yo, Staffy, a lot of people in the comment section want to hear from you, man. What do you want to see in the game, man?
Nah, bro, I'm not talking about this game, bro. I don't care about this game. Next time, bro, listen, if you want me to talk about rivals, I'm the only one here without a game. So I have to talk about rivals. But the minute I open my mouth, someone's going to tell me to shut the fuck up. I ain't sweet like that, bro. Don't fuck with me like that, bro. I'm here because the gal invited me on a show. Don't ever disrespect me like
Staffy.
that on a fucking don't disrespect me like that on a live again, bro. I'm not about that, bro.
Whatever.
I'm not about that, bro.
What does that mean? I'm not about that.
No,
not about that, bro. Don't talk to me like that, bro. Because I didn't talk that. If you want to go,
the problem is that you started coming in Liverpool for no. Like if Sam says stuff about it, and you start saying, okay, that's all Sam. But those, me and you have had serious conversations. But listen, me and you've had serious conversations in the past. All of a sudden, you start saying stuff like Liverpool have got no pull unnecessarily. I didn't start that. You started that.
If you don't have thick skin, even if
stop bringing Sam into it, Sam's not here.
Bro, shit to Hassan 24/7, bro. I talk to Hassan more than anyone. So if I'm taking a dig at him right here, just trying to make fun of him, it's okay.
Why are you saying Liverpool have no pull? You know that's not true.
You didn't even let me finish the sentence. I already explained what I was saying.
Okay, fine. So continue if you want to continue.
I don't care anymore, bro. Listen, you don't have thick skin. Okay, you cried the minute I opened my mouth about your team, so I don't care, bro.
Okay, next
time, bro, if you want me to talk about someone's team, just make sure that they're not going to bitch about it the minute I talk about their team, and that's it, bro.
I'll say what I want. I want.
Bro, say whatever the fuck you want. We can move on from here.
Okay, so we move on. Because I feel like at this point, it's just going to continue an argument. I personally think we can dead this conversation and just keep it moving. We can move on to the next game. Newcastle, no one has a leg in the fight. I think it was a good game. We can talk about that game. Very balanced. So let's get into
Arsenal.
Nah, let's talk about Newcastle. We'll talk about Newcastle, then we'll get into Arsenal after. What would you guys think about the Newcastle game? Staffy, take it away, bro.
Nah, bro, I'm off, bro. I don't even want to do this thing. My bad, bro.
No problem, bro. Peace out. Fair enough. Anyways, let's get it. Let's just continue. What are we saying? Newcastle. What are we saying, guys? I personally thought it was a great game. 5 goals. Alan, do you want to take it away?
We look like the Brady Bunch. I'm not going to lie. I'm looking down at you and all that. We're looking down and that. Oh, I'm showing my age here, am I? Never mind anyway, guys. Let's carry on. Look, Newcastle started the season fine. Really well. I didn't think they would batter Villa like they did. I thought Liverpool would be a harder team. I thought Villa would be a harder team to play. But, for me, I was surprised about it. It's one game, so I see people getting excited, like, oh, Newcastle are going to challenge. But relax. Very good first game. Teams beat teams big on opening day. If they can keep maintaining for the end of the rest of the season, that's cool. But it's only one game. But, they put that Aston Villa team, which everyone was waxing Liverpool back for the start of the season, saying they're going to do bits, they put them to the sword. So it's one of them where, people saying only Newcastle only bought Tonali and Barnes and stuff like that, so they're not going to progress from last season. But they were really good last season. And another season with this manager and a settled thing with adding quality additions, they're going to be there or thereabouts for me. For that, I think they'll comfortably get top 4 again. And, Newcastle are going to be a serious threat this season and moving on into the next few seasons. They've only got enough funds to be able to go out and get whoever they want once, obviously, they manage like the FFP. Yeah, for me, I just think Newcastle are a threat this season. I really do.
Okay. What are you saying, Ches? What do you think about Newcastle? Because I remember last time was on here saying Newcastle could challenge for the league next season. I don't know they're going to take it that far, but 5 goals in the opening game. They're one of the top. I think they're top of the league with Man City right now. I'm just going to say, like, these guys might be for real this year. Do you think they can keep it up?
Keep up to get first.
I'm not saying to win the league, but top half finish again, competitive in the Champions League. They're going to be a serious outfit this year.
Yeah, so I think that Champions League is the unknown quantity. It depends who they draw, depends on their group. Top 4 wise, I think they could definitely get top 4. I think that they've added to their squad in terms of depth, like Livramento and Tonali and stuff. So I feel as though they can definitely do well in the league. How much the Champions League has an effect on the league performance, I don't think it'll be that much. But I think that they have enough squad depth, like Harvey Barnes coming on again, a goal and assist was quite good. So I feel as though Newcastle could definitely solidify top 4 again. And it'll be peak, because if they get top 4, that means obviously 2 of the top 6 didn't make it. So it means 2 teams have failed, really. And obviously I know top 5 gets Champions League, but top 4 is where you need to be in terms of like pushing on and getting close as possible to first place and, progressing each year. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, I definitely think they can get top 4 again. Definitely, for sure.
Hamza, you there? Hamza's not there. Rack, what you got to say about Newcastle so we can just move on to the next game?
Look, Newcastle, it's only one game, but they look solid, man. And if you look at their squad, and they have a solid defence, they have a good workman-like midfield with a bit of creativity, and it looks like they're going to be able to score goals. It's a balanced team, and they're going to give anybody a trouble. Whether they're not going to win the league, I don't think they're going to win the league. That would be an incredible jump up in quality for them to be able to do that. But they're going to be thereabouts. Again, based on the performances last season and the one game this season, it would take a brave man to bet against them finishing not in the top 5. And I think they've got a good chance of getting Champions League football based on what we've seen recently. And Eddie Howe deserves a lot of credit.
Fair enough. Hamza, are you there? Yes, no? What's going on? He's not there. Bro, honestly, forget about it. Let's just move on to the next topic. If you guys don't know, Arsenal won their game, and a lot of people in the comment section are probably Arsenal fans. Let me know what you guys thought about the game. I personally thought it was an underwhelming performance, personally, from Arsenal. It was a game where we scored the goal, and then we scored our 2 goals, and it kind of seemed like we were just trying to wait for the game to end. We didn't really do much. It was boring at times, and out of nowhere, an injury takes place. Second half, everything goes haywire, and we concede a goal off the break, and it starts to become a nervy last 10 minutes of the game. But overall, I thought we were going to win the game convincingly once we scored the opening 2 goals, but it just got worse and worse and worse. And but you know what? You win the game. Sometimes you don't care how you win the game as long as you finish off. I'm not too worried about it in the long run. I think people forget that Gabriel Magalhaes was not playing, and we had Ben White and Partey overlapping on the right side, and it was leaving us a little bit exposed because we were shifting everybody over, and it was an awkward game. And I'm not going to overanalyze, but people were talking about Kai Havertz. Like, I seen a lot of Chelsea fans, Ches, talking about Kai Havertz for that game. I thought Kai Havertz had a good game. I don't know why people were talking about Kai Havertz as this terrible player against thing. And then Arteta's tactics, people question why Eddie Nketiah started. But when you're forced to play somebody due to injury or something mad happens before the game, you can't control that. And then you change the whole lineup last minute. to accommodate.
I think the way the game went, people are over-analyzing that players because you guys didn't. People expect you to blow them out the water. Like people expect you guys to do a lot better in the game. So start pinpointing, who was like the bad players. I don't think Havertz played bad, but he also didn't play good. So he definitely doesn't deserve to get hate like he was crap. But it's not something to be proud about that he played okay. That's not really good enough, is it?
What is that?
I don't know what the heck that is. Definitely Hamza, isn't it?
I think my battery's dead on my fire thing. But what are you saying, Rack? Hamza, are you there, bro? Hamza's not even there. Rack, what did you think about what'd you think of the Arsenal game?
So I didn't watch the game fully. I caught the first half, and first half Arsenal pretty much dominated possession. Didn't create loads of clear-cut chances, but I think they looked pretty dominant. From what I gather, one of my friends was at the game. He said second half it kind of died a little bit for Arsenal, and what's it called? Forest's goal was a very well worked goal. I saw a few comments saying it was just two fresh players running at pace, but the movement for Awoniyi to get in front of
that's a banging goal.
That was nice. That was nice. He was timed perfectly. The cross came in perfectly, and he just got nipped in front. It was a very good striker's goal. I was surprised he didn't start, to be honest, because he's a former Liverpool youth player. He's a good player. And I think he scored against Liverpool last season. So he's solid. But from what I understand, overall Arsenal probably deserved it. But again, not from what I heard, not the best performance in the second half.
What about you, Alan? You always got something to say about Arsenal. I think you're quite fair.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something different in there. I was going to come swinging. That's fine. Look, I'll try and be as fair as I can with Arsenal. Obviously, there's bias there because I hate you guys. So, look, you started off the game really well. You were dominating, got the 2 goals, quality goal from Saka as well. And then, like I said, it kind of changed, and they were getting joy, and they got 1 goal back. But the thing I'll say, although obviously like people were giving it to Arsenal on socials, going, "Oh my God, you could barely beat Nottingham Forest," but the word is in there. You weren't playing your best, but you beat them, and that's what teams who are going to challenge for titles or be there or thereabouts. When you're not playing your best, you get wins. On an opening day, you could have been caught cold. They could have come back into it, taken points off you, but you got the win somehow. So that's a massive positive for you. I just wanted to know, have you guys made sure you sorted out the thing now? Because you're going paperless and you were outside for a long time. I just want to know if you guys can cope with ticketless entering into the stadium. You guys know how that works? You moved into
but you guys, your game was delayed. It seemed like Harry Kane took all the bottles with him of water.
That wasn't our stadium. That was Brentford Stadium. So we only have to make do with their stadium, but it was your stadium and you guys couldn't organise it. So I just want to make sure you guys can now get in the stadium. Everything's fine, yeah?
Everything's fine on my end. I was wondering what happened with Tottenham. I know it was in your stadium, but it was in London, Brentford Stadium. What happened there?
Oh, we're going straight into it now, yeah? We're going straight into it.
Nah. I'm just trolling. Honestly, I thought, guys, let's be honest. Arsenal had a shaky end to the game, but we were up 2-0. We were coasting, and the other team got into the game. You can never leave it too late. You need to bury a team. We just weren't clinical enough. And when people say, "Oh, you rate certain players more," yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, did that not? Here's the thing, yeah.
I don't rate Eddie more than Balogun. I personally would sell both of them, but I think Eddie's going to stay. So why am I going to talk about Balogun? Anyways, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. More question for Alan and Rack, but because you're obviously going to say no, but do you not think that like the end of the performance being 2-0 up at home kind of was very similar mentality to how it ended the last like 10 games for Arsenal? Whereas like your players get a bit complacent, they get a bit like lackadaisical, a bit like confident they're going to win the game. That's why you guys can see quite a lot of goals at home, because you guys get a bit too comfortable. Like, we're winning the game, we're at home, the fans are here, we're top of the league. Like, I don't think that mentality. I think you should eat that. I don't think that's something you should just look at and go, well, it was Forest and we're 2-0 up and we conceded. You shouldn't be letting Forest go on a counter attack from the corner, score a goal, and potentially get 2-2. For a team trying to challenge, that's not good enough. So let me be real. If that was Chelsea, I wouldn't be happy either. So I wouldn't sit here and go, "Oh well, it's Forest. It doesn't really matter. Like they could have scored, but they didn't, and we got away with it." It's the first game of the season at home against a team that finished like just outside the bottom 3. you should be beating them 2-0 and it should be convincing. And that's being idealistic, right? So it's not going to happen every week, but I wouldn't then say on the contrary, it's okay. So I'm more ask Alan and Rat, do you agree with me a little bit? Like that mentality could seep in, and could it lead them to finishing third and fourth? Or do you think that, yeah, the girl's right, it was literally just Forest and they'll win the game 2-0? What do you think?
And we also were missing Gabriel Magalhaes, and
Yeah, but injuries happen again.
We literally had Timber go down. There's circumstances.
No, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that.
Circumstances that led to the game changing.
Guys, it's injuries. It happens.
Miguel, you're in the middle of your show, but you asked me the question, bruv. I've got this. It's fine. Look, I'll be honest. I get what you're saying in regards to complacency. It could be that could be happening. It could be, but it's only the first game, so only time will tell. What I'm saying is that not every big team goes against a smaller team at home and puts them to bed and win. Like, more often than not, it happens, but you have the anomalies that happen. Like, obviously, this with Nottingham Forest. You have teams that are the smaller team that come back and win or have a shock result. It happens in football. What's
an anomaly, Alan? Be clear what you're talking about.
No, an anomaly is no. What I'm saying is anomaly is the fact that when you have a smaller team that like you're saying that they should have beaten Nottingham Forest more comfortably, but you have games like this where bit smaller teams do get results or do beat teams and all that. You saw it last season. Who was it that beat Man City? Brentford? Was it Brentford that beat Man City? We've had like Arsenal. Who was it you lost to at the end of the season that you shouldn't have done? I can't recall. You have it all the time.
We lost to Nottingham Forest.
I think.
What I'm saying is, one second.
You're missing my point.
No. What I'm saying is, let me finish my point, and then obviously, hopefully, we'll get to the point where you see where I'm coming from. So these teams do have these bad results. What I'm saying is that it's the first game of the season. Yes, I'm not saying they should have beaten Nottingham Forest more comfortably. They really should have, but it wasn't their best day, and they still got the result. Well, another day they probably could have dropped points, but they didn't. What are those red flashing lights behind you?
Hamza's back, and the police are after him.
Are you driving? Never mind. It looks like
no, fucked up. I want to pray.
Okay,
let me just say this. I understand.
I'll just finish my point. Let me just finish my point. So it wasn't their best performance, but they still got the win. Yes, I agree. They probably, like on paper, I said 3-0 and all that. So they weren't at their best, and you could say that is their complacency. It could be the start of that, but we don't know yet. But they got the result somehow. So it could be complacency, and if it is, that's quite a bad thing to have.
Alan, I agree with you, but you didn't answer my point. All due disrespect. Let me clarify so Rat can understand what I meant. What I meant is I agree. I never said what you didn't say. I literally said that they got the result and they should see it as a result. I never said they shouldn't. My point is Arsenal conceded a lot of goals at home last season. Arsenal was the same team that lost to Brighton at 3-0. Arsenal was the same team that drew at home a few times as well to teams like Crystal Palace. They shouldn't have. And what I'm trying to say is, in order to win the Premier League, especially against City and the Liverpools and whatever, you need to be consistent literally all the time, like every week. So these little lapses of concentration across the season ultimately led them to not win the league. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But what
I'm saying, do you think the same thing's happening?
I go for Arsenal more than anyone. Yeah. But look, let's be honest. Let's look at the start of last season. Man City were nowhere, and Man City were quite bad up until January, and then they kicked into gear and they went.
Yeah, but Man City's Alan. The problem is Man City's a bad example to use.
Your point. You've got so what I'm saying is it happens with teams. People were saying Man City are done, Man City are complacent, they're not their roof, and then they came back. What I'm saying is if at the moment it's one game this season, I agree that they were at times complacent at the end of last season, but I think the pressure of Man City chasing them down is what led to that. Before that, they were quite ruthless. I think it could be a hangover from last season. You don't know because it's only been one game. What I'm saying is only time will tell. But they've done what was asked of them. Although they weren't at their best, they still got to think. But if they are complacent after, let's be honest, they won. Like it's not because obviously for me it's not a trophy, but like Community Shield. If they win a Community Shield and are complacent after that and not winning the league last season when they really should have done, then that's big problems for Arsenal this season because they're only going to let that get to them. They can't allow that to happen. But if they do, then.
Yeah, I get your point.
Let me just say this though before you guys go any further. Shout out to the super chat here. Ahmed Abukar saying Eddie Nketiah or Richarlison. Right now, I would take Eddie Nketiah. Richarlison's been useless.
Yeah, he's rubbish.
Do you guys all agree? Would you all take Eddie Nketiah over Richarlison? I don't know. Hamza would rather take a Brazilian. Hamza would rather take his Brazilian buddy. Richarlison or
I'll
Eddie
pass on both.
Nketiah?
I'm good.
You're good with both. Hamza, Richarlison or Eddie Nketiah? You're on mute, bro.
Oh, Richarlison by far. There's no way Eddie Nketiah is reaching Richarlison's level. Richarlison's the top player.
Another one. MM here saying, did Hamza get a license? Get me on, Egal, please. What?
How did Hamza get a license?
I'm looking for my driving license. 1 second. The guy saying, oh, have I got a driving license? I've got a driving license somewhere here. I've got so many cards, but one of them is a driving license.
That's on a flex on us. We know you got money, bro.
No, it's like Monza. Listen, it's like
cards, like, look at this.
It's like
like,
Costa. No one Costa card and all that. Cafe Nero and Starbucks card, man.
You know what the funniest thing was when Hamza he sat down, and the first thing he did when he switched the stream on was he put his seatbelt on like he was about to start driving, and then he realized he's not actually driving anywhere. He's just sitting in his car.
You know what? Hamza's take on the Arsenal game is actually funnier than all your takes, I think. Yeah, have you guys heard what he said on our game? Bro, I heard what you said. You're funny. Because last year you do this, you lost to these guys.
No, we didn't. Not at home. We beat them 7-0.
No, you drew against them.
No, away, yeah. But we beat them 7-0 at home.
But you're sitting here and saying Arsenal smashed and grabbed. Explain that. I don't get it.
No, I thought, the beginning, when people told me, what's the prediction of this result? I said, Burnley away is tougher than Nottingham Forest at home. I thought that was your easiest game of the season to play Nottingham Forest away. Like, to play Nottingham Forest at home is my easiest game of the season, and Luton at home. Like, those are easy games. So I thought you're going to win 6-0. But then I switched on my TV, and they had a chance open goal. Oh, my God. I just fell to my knees. I thought, you can't do that. You have to finish that chance. And then you guys scored, and then you scored again. Then they pinned you back. Then I thought, okay, what's going on here? I thought these guys have spent 250 million. I thought, okay, these are supposed to be my rivals. This should be a walk in the park. Then I'm seeing Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes coming from Martinelli. Then I thought, okay, so it's time to park the bus against Nottingham Forest now at home, is it? So to me, everyone's saying that it was absolutely unimpressive performance. You didn't impress at all. I don't know whether you're playing mind games, but if people told me that's your rival, I'll be laughing. I'll be saying, oh my God, that's the easiest rival I'm going to have for many years. Because if you play like that against other teams, I'm telling you now, I think you might lose some points. And I've already got, I've put my calendar, the games that you're going to drop points. But I did not expect Nottingham Forest. But Nottingham Forest, congratulations, man. You didn't win comfortably. It was 2-1. So Arsenal fans, at least they're happy. They're happy for 3 points. But listen, to me, I look at that performance that you had. Okay, it's a okay performance, but you're lucky you got away with that 2-1. Because otherwise it would be a different game.
Hamza, can I just... Did you just say you've got a calendar with Arsenal's fixtures in, and you've marked down the ones they're going to drop points in?
Yeah, I've got my calendar. I've already got my calendar. I didn't expect...
And he says he's not worried about Arsenal.
Listen, I'm not worried, but I just know. Listen,
Hamza,
I've got my calendar.
Can you show us the Hamza, can you show us the calendar next time?
I'll show you the calendar. March 16th, I've got the RIP, the rest in peace that month. March 16th is the day. I've bookmarked it. I'm taking my annual leave. After March 16th, my annual leave has to be taken. I'm looking at Arsenal's game for 2 weeks. And I've seen a lot of fixtures are coming after that. So after my birthday is in March. Anyone's going to send me present. March 1st is my birthday. March 16th is the day.
1 second. So you think Chelsea is going to beat us at home?
Don't mess around, the way they play today. The way Chelsea play today.
Do you know what March 15th is? March 15th is the day before the Chelsea Arsenal, and then Man City thing play 15 days later or something like that. So you're taking work off for Chelsea Arsenal.
Yeah, look at that fixtures. Look at that fixtures. Chelsea, expect Chelsea that they will do me a favor this year. Pochettino, I trust after seeing them today, I'm telling you they're a threat. So Chelsea, they're probably gonna get a point.
Hamza, you're
I've got a point, 3 points.
Guys, Hamza is taking work off to watch Chelsea Arsenal. What's wrong?
No,
with
but on that though, don't let Chelsea get anywhere near you in points in this end of the
Exactly.
season.
Bro,
Don't let it happen.
1 second. Put your chest out. Are you saying you're going to be near us in points, or
No, you're the one saying
No,
laughing.
no,
at
no,
it.
no.
I never. Go.
I have
You said the
nothing.
statement.
Listen, bro. It's an
You said the
embarrassment.
statement. I didn't say anything.
It's an embarrassment if Chelsea are near us, if Tottenham are near us, if Liverpool
Yeah,
are
you
near
said
us.
it now.
It's an
You said it.
embarrassment. But my thing is to you: do you think you're going to be anywhere near us? To be
I
even
never
safe?
said we was or wasn't. I don't know. It's the end of the transfer window. I have to tell you.
Hey,
I'm just saying, don't let it happen. Because you've
it's
been
not
mocking
gonna-
Chelsea
it's
for a
not
minute.
going to happen. It's not
Don't
going to
let it
happen.
happen.
Hamza,
Don't
did
let
you
it
watch
happen.
the game completely waffling? I think I
No,
agree with you.
listen, I watched the game. When he went 2-0 up, I said, bullshit, man. Forget this. I ain't wasting my time getting depressed for this game, yeah. I went to have a shower, I come back, and I'm seeing 2-1. I'm like, okay, game on. I sat down, and I see Gabriel. That's when I saw Gabriel Magalhaes coming for Martinelli. So I was like, okay. But listen, at the end of the day, you won 3 points. Congratulations to Arsenal. But I expected you to win 6-0 that game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gal, can I go back to
Okay.
my point very briefly? Very briefly. What I was trying to tell Alan was, yeah, you man got the points. Like I know that. I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on Arsenal for no reason. They're a good team. My thing was though, is that your club clearly has like a complacency issue. They get too confident. Like,
Exactly.
They just get too confident. They always think the game's won and they can.
And
do this.
Caicedo is back.
No,
Caicedo
it's
will be
not.
back at Chelsea that game.
It's not confidence. It's we try to see
Complacency.
games out. We see games out. We're not clinical. We don't bury teams 4 or 5-0 sometimes. We've done that a couple times, but we don't do it often. Now let's go on to the next game. We're zooming past these games today. Do you guys have anything else to say on the Arsenal game? Oh, Timber's injury. Oh my God, guys.
How long is he out for?
I don't know, but it seems like it might be a knee injury. Like this
the same
trend
thing as Lukaku.
this summer, everyone's been getting injured. You got Kevin De Bruyne who got injured in the City game. You have Nkunku who got injured. You have the guy on my team who got injured. We call Timber. You got Real Madrid had 2 injuries. Edward Militao and Kepa's now gone to Real Madrid.
Yes.
Crazy. And then Kevin De Bruyne, of course, Hamza got injured in your game.
He's getting a scan on Monday. Yeah, it's a hamstring injury. It depends on how bad the tear is. We're all praying, hopefully, that tear is like mild or he's out for 2-3 weeks. Because if he's severe tear, that he's out for like 3 months. That's bad.
Yeah. What do you think about before we go on any further? What did you think about the City game, guys? Ches, because we're going to talk about Tottenham last because of the whole debacle with Harry Kane, everything going on with that, plus Lukaku. We're going to save that for last because the best for last, right? Anyways, let's go. Hamza, you say
Spurs are the best. Thanks for that.
Spurs are the best because they lose every year.
Quickly on the City game, and if I jump off. Yeah, City business regimes as always. Haaland.
Did you think that was the worst first game of the season in a long time, or what?
Yeah, in terms of like surprises, you ain't gonna get much surprises.
Yeah.
I know you wanted to drop points, but nah, they're too good. Haaland didn't even do very much, but he just came up with 2 clinical goals. Kovacic played decent. I think Foden played well. Who was my stand-up performance? I like Rico Lewis, Hamza. He's decent.
Rico Lewis was good, yeah.
He's a baller. I like him. He occupies at the left and the middle. He's quite good. And then
someone here spoke about fantasy. I can't believe Rico Lewis started and John Stones and didn't. Diaz.
You know why? Because like Pep's good at resting players at the end of the season.
Apparently they had a concussion. I don't know if it's true, but in training
Diaz had concussion, but I think it's the Super Cup. We're playing Wednesday Super Cup. If we basically win the Super Cup, if we win the Super Cup, we become officially the greatest treble team the English team has ever seen. Because United, when they won the treble, they didn't win the Super Cup. They lost to Lazio. So Wednesday decides.
Explain it again.
So Wednesday is the D-Day where we decide whether the greatest English team to win the treble is Man City. If Man City win on Wednesday against Sevilla, and we're the underdogs because Sevilla have been playing Super Cup for years. It's my first ever Super Cup.
Hamza, what are you saying?
If we beat Sevilla and win our first Super Cup after the treble, we surpass Ferguson's legacy. Ferguson lost to Lazio 1-0, a Europa League team in 1999 after winning the treble. So Man City need to over. If we surpass that and we win the Super Cup, we're officially the greatest treble
Yeah,
team.
but did they win the Community Shield?
No one cares about Community Shield. They lost the Super Cup and World Club Cup. They lost the World Club Cup 4-1. They humiliated with Vasco da Gama, and they lost to last year's the Super Cup. So if we win the Super Cup, we're officially the greatest.
How recently did you search this up?
Bro, I watched it, man. I was a young kid. I watched it, man. I remember Roberto Mancini and Inzaghi were up front. Go and research it.
Okay. Hamza, wallah, you're hilarious, bro. Talking about the game, I thought that City game, Hamza, your game was the worst game to put on TV. The first game, the showcase of the Premier League, because it was a poor showcasing of what the Premier League is made of. I thought Burnley were good.
The big guys.
Yeah, bro. I thought Burnley were good, but for any game to start the season, it should have been the Newcastle Aston Villa game. It should have been a game that's entertaining for people. I felt like the Man City game, after 20 minutes, it was boring. I think 90% of the people who are watching this right now don't even know Burnley got a red card because they didn't watch until that late.
90 minutes.
I think Man City should not be ever opening a Premier League weekend.
Why?
This big. Because you guys your football's not entertaining.
We listen.
You slap teams so easy that there's no competitive matches and it's not entertaining for the masses. I personally think they should have put maybe they should have put Tottenham Brentford, or they should have put Man United Wolves, or they should have put Newcastle Aston Villa to start the season. No disrespect to Man City, but you guys are so good that these games are not competitive after 30 minutes. It just doesn't make
You have to respect Burnley. Burnley are an incredible.
We're good, but
and listen, you're disrespecting Burnley. Burnley used to be known as a hoofball, dirty elbow, physical game. Company has gone there, has changed the mentality of Burnley football. Everyone in Burnley are shocked. That's how football is played. Burnley are playing tiki-taka these days. When they played against us, you're going to play them. I promise you a tough more. They're very, very, very good side. They're very good side. You know, for us to beat them 3-0, we must have been incredible. To me, I have to say, that too, the reason why they showed that game, most of the people around the world, they want to watch City now. They want to see European champions. They want to see the world champions. And it's us. It's us. So the first game of the season that's going to be sold out. People wanted to see Man City. No one cares about Brentford, Tottenham. You think people in Asia or Nigeria or Brazil or Argentina or America would want to sit on their Friday night to watch Brentford, Tottenham? You must be joking.
You want to know something? The casual fan would rather sit down and watch that Brentford Tottenham 2-2 than sit there and watch the Man City 3-0.
Weren't they teams that beat you last season? Congratulations.
Let me ask everyone in the comment section, what would you rather watch? Would you rather watch City's win versus Burnley or Tottenham's four-goal thriller 2-2? I'd rather watch the Tottenham 2-2. I'd rather watch Newcastle 5-1 than Burnley, Man City. It's no disrespect to Manchester City. You guys are a good team, hence why the games are so one-sided that they're not entertaining to watch.
No, but it just shows how
you guys not hear what I'm saying, or is this ridiculous?
No, you want a competitive game. You want to see a game where it's both half. But I'm sorry to say, we are just that great.
Is Man City boring to watch when you're 2-0 up after 30 minutes? Yes or no?
No.
Hamza,
I've never had it.
People want to see Man City and all that over Brentford and Tottenham. I get it and all that, but weren't saying this 10, 15 years ago, were we? People were like,
no, I know, but now they do. Now they do. No one's gonna spend their Friday night.
Well, people are saying in the comments Brentford Tottenham, by the way, just so you're aware.
No one's gonna spend their Friday night, taking their wife out, taking probably their girlfriend out, taking their kids out for dinner, Pizza Hut, Domino Pizza, whatever it is, for Brentford Tottenham. I'm sorry, around the world, no one. I swear, that was the best game you had to watch. Man City, Champions League winners. It's a privilege. The first game of the season.
Hold on. You said how? Hold on, Hamza. You didn't speak English. Like it was like the sentence wasn't correct. You said how are people going to take their girlfriends out for dinner or pizza and all that? or rather than watch the game. Like, you made no sense there. You got it wrong.
Listen, no one's got. Listen, today I didn't watch Brentford Tottenham.
You got
Bro, I'm not gonna have him repeat it again because he's gonna boggle our brains again one more time. Big up Hamza though. Hamza, I just want a straight answer. You're saying Man City 2-0 up is more entertaining than a game that's 1-1 that has 2 more goals in it.
Yeah, it's more entertaining. I'm at Brentford now. I didn't watch Brentford Tottenham. I'm in Brentford, I swear. I didn't watch Brentford Tottenham. Why? Because I'm not spending my time watching Brentford Tottenham. I'm sorry. I'm in Brentford, I swear. I didn't watch Brentford Tottenham. Brentford Stadium is just there.
Did you watch Newcastle?
Brentford Stadium is just there.
Hamza's not ready to look out of his window and watch Brentford, and then it's right next door to him.
Wallahi, Brentford Stadium is out there. Wallahi, I swear to God, just there. Yeah. And I did not watch Brentford Tottenham. There you are.
Okay, fair enough. I want to know, anyone here sit there and watch the whole 90 minutes of the Man City game?
No.
Yeah, my point. Did anyone here watch the whole 90 minutes of the Spurs game? I did.
So did I.
Rack?
I think I caught the last 20, 30 minutes before the Liverpool game. That was it.
Hamza, did you watch any of the Spurs game?
No, I didn't watch it.
Because you're at work.
No, I'm in Brentford visiting my relatives. It's Brentford Stadium just there. I didn't even watch it.
Hamza, do you often just like sit outside Brentford Stadium, just like a regular?
No,
just hang out there?
They live in Brentford.
Stop. There's other stuff that we need to talk about with City. Kevin De Bruyne got injured. We already spoke about that. We spoke about the boring game. They won the game. Erling Haaland bagged the brace. Can we talk about Rodri? Is Rodri the best? Is Rodri the most important player at Manchester City? More important than Kevin De Bruyne, more important than Erling Haaland?
It's a hard
Could
one.
you make the case that he's one of their? Could you make a case that he's their best midfielder? Because I got criticized for calling out Kevin De Bruyne and saying he's not the best midfielder on his team no more.
No, he's the most important player. Kevin De Bruyne is one of the most important players for Man City.
What about Rodri?
You can't pick.
Isn't Rodri more important?
You can't. De Bruyne and Rodri are both important, but you can't say one is more important. De Bruyne, we have to put respect on De Bruyne, the best Premier League player other than Haaland. He's the best player at Premier League. How can he say Rodri is more important and he's not? Kevin De Bruyne is so important for Man City that we City fans are all nervous that he's injured on Monday. That we think about the scan on Monday. You can't say that.
How long is he out?
It depends on the scan. So the scan will have to show the degree of the tear of the hamstring. It depends. So
if he's out for 6 months, do you still win the Premier League?
Bro, it's gonna be a big blow. It's hard, man.
But
they're both important as each other.
If Rodri was out right now, do you win anything?
Yeah, I think we can still win it. Yeah.
I think you're lying.
I tell you why. It's because the manager is Pep. That's the difference. Pep didn't have a left back. He played
who's the backup?
and he manages to win
the
league.
Who's the backup for Rodri?
I think we can tell Kovacic as a good 6.
Allah.
Well, they got Calvin Phillips. Whether he could do it permanently is a different matter because obviously John Stones pushes into midfield. But John Stones is decent on the ball. I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out. But Rodri is very important. The only thing I'd say is that KDB is a Premier League legend, and so it's difficult for me to say that anybody else is a better midfielder.
Mo Salah is a Premier League legend, but we know there's points that you could say Fabinho was more important.
I'll be honest. Hamza speaks.
What does that mean? No, but there are points, but you asked a general question of overall importance. Overall importance, Mo Salah is more important than Fabinho was.
Okay, fair enough.
I think anyway.
You're basically making the case that the player Fabinho is not. My point is Fabinho, Rodri, they weren't replaceable in their teams. Where if you take out Kevin De Bruyne or you take out Mo Salah or you take out some of these guys, you can get those goals or assists elsewhere where you can't really find that solidity anywhere else in your squad.
No. KDB is not just a world-class player now; he's one of the Premier League all-time greats. Bro, I can't believe you take him out and your team doesn't get substantially weaker.
Bro, they won the league with KDB playing
but they won the treble. They won the treble with KDB playing.
It's like you saying Patrick Vieira was more important for Arsenal than Henry.
At times he was.
Disrespecting
At
Henry. You
at
don't say
times,
those
but
kind of
still
statements.
overall.
You respect both of them. They're both incredible players. You can't say that Henry. If you said Henry is more important than Patrick Vieira, it just doesn't make sense. Both are important for that team because those players are so special. Henry was special. Vieira was special. You cannot disrespect them. For you to say,
I'm just merely saying that I've now realized the importance of the defensive midfielder can sometimes be more important than because you cannot replace that player as easy as you can sometimes replace attacking players or creative players with other options. You don't really have anyone in your squad that you can throw in that can do what Rodri does. If you're missing Rodri for a large portion of the season, you're going to miss him a lot. And I think it might be more than Kevin De Bruyne.
Bernardo Silva can create, Grealish can create, Foden can create. Not many people can do Rodri's job.
yeah, no, but we used to have Fernandinho playing there. You're right. Listen.
Okay. It doesn't matter what Fernandinho used to do. Not many
Pick
people
up Molina.
Now, Kovacic, you said you could get Kovacic to a 6, which may be or maybe not, but he won't be nowhere near Rodri's level. And Stones would come in and do a decent job. I don't deny that, but still nowhere near at the Rodri level. So, where you've got loads of creativity in that team as well. I'm not saying that they're on the same level as De Bruyne. They're not. But, yeah, for me, I can see both sides to it. But Rodri, for me, just makes that team tick.
Guys, I'm going to start a basketball channel. According to Eagle MIA, that's what MMA, that's what I should do. So I might do it. Let's get it started soon. Basketball coming soon, and NFL maybe. Who knows? But let's continue. We've spoken about Kevin De Bruyne now. We've spoken about Rodri. There's one more thing I want to talk about with City, Hamza. Bernard, you said Bergkamp-esque for Phil Foden's flicks and tricks. What did those flicks and tricks lead up to? Not a goal, not an assist. Nothing. Yeah. So you basically are hyping up the Stockport St. Maximin. That's what you're doing.
Yes. No.
You're gassing up the Stockport St. Maximin because he hasn't gotten you a goal, hasn't got you an assist. He didn't lead to anything. This is literally what Alan was talking about. Why are we gassing up flicks and tricks? Did you see what they were gassing up? Phil Foden's highlight of the game was a beautiful back heel turn, control, and then what happened? He tried to cross the ball and nothing happened. So why are we talking about
Foden? Listen, I've seen Dennis Bergkamp do that so many times where he'll control it so well and you just miss a chance. When I said Dennis Bergkamp-esque, what I'm saying is if you see that ball control, the natural ability, it's just talent you can see there. Like, it's so talented. The boy controls the ball so easy, able to turn and control on his left foot. That is you and me and Saka will break our legs if we did that. This guy is so good. I've said it before. I have never seen, and many fans have said it. There's never been a great player other than Paul Gascoigne for England who's so naturally talented as good as him. Talent means that the way he controls the ball, the way he makes things look so easy. In a Champions League final, he did a dirty turn on Barella Brozovic that made them look
Alan,
so
what was
bad.
ridiculous? What did I miss?
Just world class.
Did he not? Did he just pretty much because of that thing that Foden did? He kind of linked him to Gascoigne. What are you on, Hamza?
No. The talent he has, the ball, the way he controls the ball, the way he glides with the ball.
Foden, seriously.
No, the way he glides with the. Have you seen it? The way he dribble past, the way he does 1-2. He's so easy. He's very comfortable on the ball. I've never seen an English player in my life like that. I swear, never.
Foden is not on Gascoigne's level. End of.
Okay, what made Gascoigne so special is the ball control. The way he dribbled, the way is exactly like Foden. A lot of fans compare him to Gaza.
Hamza, look, you really do troll sometimes. There is no way Foden is anywhere near Gascoigne's level. Just don't even put him in the same conversation. Come on, move on. It's ridiculous.
And Foden's only 23. I'm just saying.
Okay, and
you haven't seen the best.
And in time at that level, he may in time he may be at that level and all that. But there's no way.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Give the kid time. Give the kid time.
That is ridiculous. Come on, let's move on. It's ridiculous.
Okay.
This is what I mean. Look, hold on. I will say this. people said about Alan Maximin, he's got the flicks, he's got the tricks and all that, but he was doing it in his own half and giving the ball away.
No.
They didn't say that. They just basically looked at what he was doing with the skills and tricks. It's all about the eye test, because somebody can do a no-look pass to somebody 10 yards away and they look away and people go,
No,
oh, that's amazing stuff. Oh, I'll get my sock out and have a good time and all that. I'm like,
so
no.
Saint Maximum, I've always said Saint Maximum is like Romano Lua. The way he dribbles, you can see he's forcing it. He's like Lua. I don't know whether you watched Lua at Newcastle. He was a good dribbler, but you'd see. But Foden, even Pep said it. He said it. Pep's managed so many, and he said he's never seen a talent as good as Foden. And the guys managed Messi and Xavi, Iniesta. And for me, if Pep said that, yeah, you have to agree. There's something special why Pep still plays him.
Okay. So, like he's this type of player, this and the other, and all that. Last season, how many games did he play?
I think he was injured for 3 months. He played probably 30 games.
He played 30 games. What were his big moments? Standout classy moments at Gaston level. What were they?
Hat-trick against Man United.
Okay, Matt, when Man United were awful.
No, he destroyed them, man. With Lisandro Martinez, one of the best.
Erling Haaland destroyed them as well. I said
he scored the same amount of goals as Saka, despite missing for 3 months. He scored the same amount of goals as Saka. Can you believe it? People don't know that.
So
and he missed for 3-4 months.
Saka's the benchmark. You want to know what happened this weekend? Saka scored a banger from outside the box while Phil Foden was getting praised for doing flicks and tricks.
That's what football is. That's how football is sometimes. You have to respect and see the skill and talent that Phil Foden has. But the only reason, I'll tell you one thing that lets Phil Foden down. One reason. He plays for Man City. Because if Saka or any other player came to Man City, they will be on the bench. No one's guaranteed to start.
You want to know who's on the bench?
Players like KDB are being benched. Saka will never, ever bench Bernardo Silva. No way. So when I see that, I think, you know what? Let's Phil Foden now. He plays for a great team with one of the greatest players.
You want to know something?
The greatest.
Hamza, guess what? Saka and Phil Foden already play together.
No, but Saka will never start for City.
He rides the bench more than the Joe Schmo guy at your local 5-a-side league.
And Maguire starts for England. And Maguire also starts for England.
Okay. How about this? When you sign Lucas Paqueta and you have a fully fit squad, Phil Foden's not touching the starting lineup.
No, we're rotating.
Oh, so what is it called when you're sitting on the bench? Is it rotation or is it bench?
No, he rotates. He starts some games, he goes back, he sits on the bench.
So
because we can't get our players injured.
One second. So let me get it clear. So Bukayo Saka's at City, hypothetically, he's riding the bench, but
right on the bench.
But Phil Foden goes on the bench because Lucas Paqueta signed. He's getting rotated.
Yeah, no. If Saka came to Man City, he would ride bench 100%, 1,000%. He's riding bench.
But Lucas Paqueta signs for 88 million. Is he rotation or is Phil Foden rotation? What is it?
No, we're rotating our team because the aim of Man City Football Club is different to Arsenal. We want to win everything.
So
yeah.
1 second. So stop. You found your ass now because you first said Saka is riding bench. But then when I say Lucas Paqueta is going to sign for your club to ride bench, you said no, he's rotated. So which one is it? Is it called rotation or is it called bench? Which one is it?
No. There's sometimes you will need Paqueta to start at UCL games because we're going final in the UCL. We're going final. You're not touching final. You're not touching semi. We all know. You're probably going to touch quarters or maximum quarters. You're going home. Yeah. Even FA Cup, you're probably not going to win FA Cup. But for us, Pepper sets high standards that he expects us to win every major trophy. So we will need to rotate. So there's some games Paqueta will start, some games Foden will start. So they're all starters. But you can't say that's what I said. Saka is a top player, but he's not guaranteed to start at Man City. Guarantee you, because you can't bench players like Bernardo Silva and players like Kevin De Bruyne easy. It's impossible.
Hamza, I think you cannot bench Bukayo Saka ever. Even if he's in your team, you're never gonna call him a bench player. You're gonna call him rotation, just like you did the rest of the guys. So you basically just had a double standard, but it's okay. We'll move past it, brother. We move past it. Now let's talk about Tottenham. Did you guys see Tottenham today? Hamza, you didn't see it, right?
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch it.
I didn't watch Tottenham game. No, I'm gonna watch match of the day.
Okay, let me
Today.
tell you what happened. Tottenham, actually, why am I going to tell you what happened? Let Alan take it away. Alan, no more Harry Kane. He's at Bayern. He's holding the Bayern shirt. Big up to the guy here with the super chat saying top show, Alan, Iga, Hamza, and of course, don't forget Rack, Staffy was also on and Ches was on. Big up to all the guys who came on today. Thank you for the super chat, my guy. Appreciate it. And big up to all the haters. By the way, if you're a hater and you're in the chat 24/7, you're still a fan, my guy. Keep watching. I love it. Let's continue. I'll throw it over to you. No Harry Kane, same old Tottenham. What do you think?
Yeah, so I'll say first of all, look, before we start, Harry Kane done a lot for Spurs in regards to the goals, loads of goals. Certainly have a fantastic, but he didn't want to be there. He wanted to move on, so I'm glad we sold him and got the money. It's hopefully something that will be put back into the squad. So yeah, wish him all the best, but it's Spurs, it's Tottenham Hotspur FC, not Harry Kane FC. So yeah, he's gone. We move on. In regards to the game, Spurs have been doing this during pre-season, playing really good football. High press, high intensity, pass, move, and all that. Literally more of the possession. This time last season under Conte, we were sitting back defending, having teams outplay us and have most of the ball, and we were trying to counter, and it didn't work. Some of these absolutely poor players under Conte are playing better now under Ange. Yeah, for me, it's one of them things where you saw a lot more about this Spurs team in his first game, but we've still got the same problems. You've got Van de Ven, who's coming for his first game, who was thrown into the deep end because you've got that. We're having to literally, we'll attack, we'll get goals and stuff like that, but we're also going to leak goals. It's going to be a crazy season until we get that defence settled, because Vicario, who I've got question marks about, he's got literally a fourth different defence in front of him for the fourth game he's been in goal. So it's not stable. It's not, he's not got to know the people there. He's literally got to, get a proper defence in front of him. We'll see how we go. But it's going to be a weird season for Spurs. We're going to absolutely slap some teams. We're going to get absolutely obliterated by teams trying to play that type of football. It's just Ange knows the one way to play. I just hope it doesn't go down the same, like in regards to, because he only knows how to play one type of football, and try to do it better, that we don't get caught and become predictable. But yeah, I mean, Maddison looked great today. Basuma, sensational today. Literally, this is the player we thought we were getting last season. Basuma carried the ball. People couldn't get him near it. Literally, he reminded me of Dembele at Spurs when he was at his prime. He literally couldn't. Wow. Yeah, no, and that's the thing.
That's high praise. I like Dembele.
No, and that's the thing. Like I'm saying, this is what I thought we were going to get last year.
Alan?
But Basuma, literally, when the ball got to him, he was so pressure resistant today. In fact, that 2 or 3 people, and sometimes it wasn't even that he had to sprint past him. It was the way he just shimmied the body, knocked it past one, and then literally the pitch opened up. It took a long time, but if he can keep up this performance for the rest of the season and show that this is the player he is, then that's a massive bonus for Spurs. We've been missing this type of player, and it's taken a year. Maddison, we've missed a player that can, create like little simple balls down the lines or through. Richarlison should have literally finished one today, but he didn't. Apart from that, Son for me was disappointed today on the wing. He didn't really create much. Same with Kulusevski. Richarlison, we're missing at times. We have enough of the ball, but we're not getting behind the defence. We're getting to the wing and cutting back in, and we're predictable. Kulu and Son need to get beyond their man and go to the byline and cut back and call, just to give somebody, because Brentford were quite happy to sit in and they knew it was coming back into the middle today a lot. So we need to work on that. But was it an ideal performance? Was it perfect performance? Absolutely not. Is there a lot of positives? Yes. Is there negatives? Yeah. It's going to be one of them, it's going to take time. But, for me, I would have bought Solomon at some point today, because Solomon could take a man on and go around the outside. But yeah, Georgie Capson got hooked off. He did get hooked off. And I'm glad that you've got a manager, doesn't care who you are. If you're not playing, you're off. And that is a brilliant manager to have, because a lot of these Spurs players under Poch and then they're on have got set in their ways where they're like, I can just drop a stinker and I'll be on that pitch. yeah, it's just one of them where a manager's got to haul him off. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it if he does that. But yeah, a lot of positives, negatives to take as well. But it's first game of the season. We'll see where we are when we play Man United next week.
I don't know if you guys seen my reaction video that I did. It was on my Twitter, Instagram, and on my YouTube shorts. But I basically said, what do you think of Tottenham? Obviously, we know what the answer to that is. And then I went on to say, same old Tottenham. Different. New season, same Tottenham, same problems. Your defense is terrible. Your defense is horrible. And I don't think Christian Romero is that guy. And I'm not just going to base it on this game because he did get injured due to a concussion and came off. And there was
14 minutes.
There was a,
come on.
What?
14.
There was a drop off. There was a drop off in performance, but so I can't really judge him. But your new guy, Van, I don't know how he is either. I don't know much about him either. So we gotta wait. But your defense, that's the biggest job that he's gonna have, and because he's gonna get you guys playing good football. I think that's what he does. But if you guys are going to be playing good football, but you're going to be leaking in 3-4 goals, you're going to be doing Una Emery ball, where you're leaking goals but scoring goals. It's entertaining to watch, but it's a pain to deal with every week as a fan.
Look, I'm aware of this. Like I said, we've got to sort out our defence. Sorry if I butcher your name, my friend. Travarelli brought up Udogie with a question mark. Udogie was brilliant today. Literally, what would be missing on our left-hand side. I
also forgot this super chat. Sorry. Pete K, big up. He said that was a ridiculous argument. I don't know if he's talking about the one where we're talking about.
He was talking about Hamza. He was talking about Hamza. What Hamza was saying. It was entertaining.
But I think Paul Gascoigne and Dennis Bergkamp comparisons was more ridiculous. Did you see those? That's crazy. Anyways, Alan, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Take it away.
That's fine. Look, Udogie was defensively sound today and going forward as well. He was in the right position. He caused problems. For me, he is the answer we've needed to the left back for some time since Danny Rose. We've got that. So that's a good start. I think Romero got a knock and it was all about concussion, but we didn't use concussion thing because if you do that, then you've got the concussion stuff because then you've got to miss a week. So we'll see how he is. If Romero plays against Man United, I think you'll see Udogie, Romero, Van de Ven, and Royale. I think that'll be our set back four. But it just depends. It's basically what Ange said is when attacking, in regards to defending, they need to know where they are out of position, how to defend out of position, and where they need to be on the pitch. So it's one of them where it's going to take time to adapt because it's gone from really negative defensive football to high press and a high line. So you need to, although you play a high line, you need to be able to anticipate when those balls over the top are coming and have yourself in the right position. So you're not just flat-footed and then have to turn around and be slow where you're anticipating and then you're going to be side on with the player and go from it. So it's a lot to learn, but it's a good starting point and there's positives to take from it. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
There you go. Hamza, are you there, bro? I don't think Hamza's there today. What you saying, Rack? What do you think about the Tottenham game?
Like I said, I didn't see the whole thing, but I have got some. I'm hopeful about what Ange Postecoglou is doing. I've kind of followed him a little bit. So his background is he's from the City Academy system. So if that's anything you're going to take from that, is that the style of play is going to be there. He's tactically astute. I know that the Celtic fans, Brendan Rodgers obviously did won a lot, but the ones that the manager that the Celtic fans hold in higher regard is actually Ange Postecoglou. So I think Tottenham have been yearning for someone to entertain them and play good football, a team that entertains them and plays good football. I think Ange is going to do that, and I think that will come with a little bit of a roller coaster type vibe. I can see you conceding some goals and losing some high scoring games, but also winning some high scoring games potentially. The question is whether this is going to be enough to get you top 4, top 5. I think it's going to be difficult this year because you also have to reconfigure how you're going to play without Harry Kane. And I don't think Lukaku is the answer. But he is a proven goal scorer in the Premier League. So if you do go for him,
Hmm.
it wouldn't surprise me if he scores a decent number of goals. It doesn't really strike me as the best solution. Especially in terms of the way Spurs have recruited in recent years. That Spurs haven't really gone for, like, apart from Perisic. They haven't really gone for the older player. And Perisic was a free transfer, if memory serves me correctly. So, saying when it comes to putting down, like 40 million or whatever they're saying, it's a fair chunk of change.
Go for Balogun. We'll tell you Balogun.
Balogun. I mean, I don't know much about him, but he was apparently had a good season. It was at Borough last season, wasn't he? Was it Borough?
No, it was in France. He was at Reims.
Oh, sorry, France. Okay, fine. So I don't know why I said Borough then. Maybe that's someone
previously there.
Yeah.
I don't see Arsenal doing Spurs a favour. But I don't know. Maybe money talks. Maybe if you're going to sell him anyway, then maybe you don't care.
Perfect segue to the second part. I'm just going to say I like how they gave Harry Kane's number to Harry Kane's former number to Maddison, and he just comes in and starts taking the assists, set pieces, everything. He's going to be good for you guys. I think Maddison's going to be really good for you guys. I think Ange is going to be good for you guys. I still don't.
Let's just remind them. You wanted a certain Maddison ahead of a certain Odegaard, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I did want Maddison, but I was proven wrong. Odegaard has been outstanding. And then you have what do you call it? I've already spoken about your defense. Son is your captain. I didn't think they were going to give it to Son, but it does make sense. He's the most senior figure who's been there the longest. It makes sense that he gets it. Who else would get it over him, really? But you don't really see attackers get it that often. And that's it, really. Let's get into the Lukaku news. What are we saying, people? Lukaku to Spurs. Where the hell did this come from? It came from an article earlier today. I think I've seen reports coming out about this around 6:45-ish. Crazy. What are you saying, Alan? Lukaku to Spurs.
No thanks. That's all I've got to say. No, I'm good. End of.
You're not going to entertain it at all?
Nope. Goodbye. Right. Next talk.
Why don't you want him?
Because he's shit.
And God, is he alone?
No, Tottenham are just in talks. There's no official news on what type of deal it's going to be.
But what strikers do they want? Alan, what strikers do you want?
What strikers do I want? Not Lukaku.
Who?
The people we've been linked with at this moment in time, I would take Gift Orban all day over.
Give me the names. What are they?
Wait. Spurs Tier 1 has just come out with some breaking news about 7 minutes ago. He said, no truth to Eric Dyer to Saudi Arabia and Lukaku to Tottenham rumors. So it's BS.
Well, I'm happy that Lukaku rumors isn't true, and I'm really pissed off that Dyer linked to it. I'm basically right where I started. Thanks for this, Agal. Thanks for this.
Listen, it makes sense, though. Why would you guys go for Lukaku?
No idea. Eric Dyer must have nudes on Lewis and Levy to still be in this bloody club. How is he still here? He must have nudes.
I'm surprised he didn't get the captaincy.
No. Why would he get the captaincy? That's like me walking to a stranger on the street.
I think he's your vice captain, though. He's your vice captain.
He's shocking.
Romero, isn't he?
Half the times he's in defence, he looks around.
Who's your vice captain?
No, he hasn't got a clue.
But usually, my point is they usually give the captaincy to English players. So
yeah, they do.
Yeah, he's shit. Next. Stop trying to put Eric Dyer Spurs. He needs to go. Come on.
My man
Eric Dyer captain. When he start a campaign.
He's saying I'm gaslighting the shit out of him today. Finally, I was going to talk about the Mbappe stuff.
Yeah, right. You trying to put a false that Eric Dyer thing? Well, Liverpool have no pull. That's.
I was going to come on to Mbappe. I was going to come on to Mbappe and Neymar, but should I save it until something actually happens? Because today, I don't know if you guys heard, but Neymar is going to Saudi Arabia and Mbappe is staying in PSG. Do the two things coexist? Potentially. Potentially, Neymar could have told him, Mbappe could have told him, get rid of Neymar, I'll stay. I don't know. Something crazy is going on over in PSG. And Real Madrid fans today are upset. I seen Sam, he called Mbappe a turtle-looking effort, something else. And I was like, why are you doing that to the guy? He's like, I'm sick of him. I don't want him. My club just went from wanting to sign Mbappe to signing Kepa. Real Madrid's in the mud. It's crazy. It's crazy. The world's changed, bro. And Neymar to Saudi Arabia. Who would have thought when Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia that Messi would have been linked to them? Neymar would have went there. Mane would have been his teammate. Did you guys see what happened to some of those games in Saudi? Like, I've not watched one 90-minute match. Has anyone here watched a 90-minute match of the Saudi Arabia?
I haven't. The only one of my friends was watching some games, and he was like, it was just like attack. It's like a tennis match. There was no like defensive awareness. It was just like, yeah, who can score more goals? Which I guess is entertaining.
Neymar is overrated. Come on, stop it. If he was at Manchester City, you'd be loving him off. This whole thing where we say players are overrated. But yeah, you know what? I think that's it. We'll get Sam on to talk about a thing because he's gonna go mental. But for now, I bid you guys adieu. This has been a minute and an hour and 26 minutes of pure carnage, and I appreciate you guys all being here. I also appreciate all the guests that have been on, especially Staffy and Ches, who've already left. Alan, Rak, Hamza, who's been here partially, but of course he's still here. And big up to all the people with super chats. Sorry, brother, I didn't read your super chat earlier because I just didn't feel like it would further ignite flames. But big up to you for the super chat. We got Ahmed in the building. Big up to you for the super chat. We am in the building with the super chat. Appreciate you. New to there. Big up for the super chat. And Pete, the Arsenal fan, welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you in the chat before, but welcome and thank you for the super chat. And everyone else who's watched the show, I appreciate you guys. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I might do a call-in show. I haven't done one in a long time. But whenever Alan's live, we'll do it before or after, depending on when he's live.